Well, joining us now is Kevin Matthews. His life story will soon be told in a new film called Broken Mary, the Kevin Matthews story. It's coming to theaters for one night only on Tuesday, October 7th. After decades as a radio host, Kevin was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, but a broken statue of Our Lady on the side of a road prompted him to pull over and change his life. Kevin, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you very much. It's an honor, and it's so honored to be in Boston. I love Boston.
Well, it's great to have you. And you used to be in radio, broadcasting to millions of people every week. Now you call yourself Mary's Roadie.
Right.
Give us an idea of what life was like for you leading up to that moment where you found the broken statue of Mary.
Well, a bishop put it beautifully. The statue is a statue of Lourdes. That's what Bernadette saw in France. And it's ironic that little Bernadette at the grotto used to be a dump as well. It was a dumping ground. Her father used the grotto to put medical waste and bandages in from the hospital, very contaminated bandages. And then God led me to a dumpster. Before that, he also led me to a microphone for nearly 3 decades. And while I was in Chicago, I was on the most unique radio station. We had 10 million people listening to us a week. And we revolutionized the way people listen to radio. We had Michael Jordan, the Bulls, you, of course, the Celtics. And I was honored because you just could not tune away from this radio station.
Huh. That's great. Now, I got to ask you, Kevin, I got to say Kevin Matthews because we got too many Kevins here this morning. But what was that moment like when you realized that this broken statue near a dumpster was a sign to you that you needed to start something fresh?
Well, at that point, Bishop, I had just lost my radio. Technology took over, and I lost my radio job. I was diagnosed with MS, and so I literally was broken at this point. And I hear a voice. I know now it's the Holy Spirit. I had priests say, Kevin, the voice you hear, that's the Holy Spirit. And it said, get your wife some flowers. And again, Bishop and Kevin, there is no such thing as a coincidence. I look up, here's a flower shop. And I drove in and I got out of my car and I turned to the left and I can see a big blue dumpster. And I look and I can tell, because it's 10 yards away, that there is a statue of the Virgin Mary on the ground. And I walked over to it, Bishop, and I'm looking. Mary is looking straight up at me. She is broken at the waist in 2 pieces. Her hands are missing. She's sunk in the mud. She's covered in garbage. And I hear the voice of Jesus say, will you deny me? Will you deny my mother? And at that moment, Bishop, I was born Catholic, but at that time I'm a zombie Catholic. I go to church to make sure the priest watches me, and I ditch the door and I go watch a football game or I go eat pancakes. I was one of those Catholics. And I walked into the flower shop. The lady asked me, can I help you? And I said, I want to buy the statue of the Virgin Mary by the dumpster. She says, no, it's not for sale. It's a family heirloom. And again, I hear the voice of Jesus Christ say, will you deny me? Will you deny my mother? And for the first time in a long, long time, I closed my eyes quickly and I just said, help me, God. And what came out of my mouth was this. I said, I'll give to the nuns that live out around here in your name if I can take her. And this clerk goes, wait a minute, your voice, you're familiar. Are you Kevin Matthews? You got fired. What happened? It opened up a door and I was able to get the statue. I didn't buy my wife flowers because I had to get out of there. And the rest is history. It's 2 books later, a movie later. And what happened, Bishop, I asked a priest, where can I get her put back together? He said a monument maker. I went over to the monument maker in spring, And he said, oh, I can put new hands on her, paint her, she won't look broken. And that's when I cried hard for the first time and said, no, I'm so broken, leave her alone. She's broken, Mary, leave us alone. We're both broken, but just put her together. And he just put her together.
Nice.
We had her blessed, and here we are.
Great.
Wow. And as Mary's roadie, your devotion to the rosary is a core part of your ministry. For the Catholic who has a rosary in their drawer but really prays it, what is the single most powerful thing that the rosary has done for you personally?
Well, when I left that dumpster, it was as if God and Jesus said, I'm going to leave you with my mother, and she's going to clean you up. And one of the first things I did is I had a desire to learn about the rosary, but I didn't know where it came from. Yes, I'm Catholic, but I had my grandmother's, and I remember talking to this statue in my dining room. She was like my volleyball, Wilson, in the movie Passed Away. I'd say, Mary, you know, and I Google how to say the rosary. I do it for Lent, and it changed my life. I've always said at least one rosary a day, and Mary, her rosary is her umbilical cord. It's how she feeds us Jesus. And to this day, I wear my rosary, I wear my scapular because our Blessed Mother says to. And so I'm just listening to what a good mother says. And it's changed my life. And I go now and I speak to the most broken because I took this statue to church, and people that were in hospice or emergency rooms, the most broken were taking this statue and still do. And it's changed lives. I've seen literally miracles happen with our Blessed Mother. She's called Our Lady of the Rosary now. And I just sent a video to Pope Leo for a birthday message. He's from Chicago, and chances are he did listen to me. If he says he did, then I'll go back and do another confession. Okay, I'll do as many as I have to. But I've never been happier in my life. Just people, we're all broken, but we're loved by God. And that's what the movie is.
What a powerful story. So where can people hear more about this story? By buying tickets to the film Broken Mary, the Kevin Matthews story.
Yes. You can find in Boston and the surrounding area, if you go to brokenmaryfilm.com, it's playing in Boston and around the area.
Good.
And it's one day only. I love to watch how God works. And I actually, Bishop and Kevin, I'd love to, I'm going to be coming to speak to a men's conference in Boston, March 20th. Oh, wow. So I would love to, I'm coming to Boston with Our Lady of the Broken.
Come and visit.
Yes, I will.
Yes.
I will. And I would love, and I can't wait to spend time with Our Lady of the Broken in Boston.
Great.
So.
That's great, Kevin. Thank you so much for being with us today. We appreciate it, and many blessings on the movie.
Thank you.
And you got a great radio voice, too, by the way.
Oh, thank you, Bishop. Appreciate it.
All right, take care,
Bye.
Kevin. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.